is a money maker. Aim to be professionals. Be in Arsenal, be in Manchester United, be in my team Liverpool. You'll earn tons of money. You'll earn tons of money.
Right Honourable Speaker, I used to think that football is for the huge, tall. But when I saw Uganda Crains play, I appreciated the people who scouted the talents of these handsome boys.
No se quiere. Juma.
There's nothing much we are going to do. And I would like to add my appreciation and congratulations to our teams, Uganda. I think I'm speaking some of you, when I won my first gold medal, some of you were not born. In 1996, I was 18 years old, the greatest man who won the medal with borrowing shoes. I think your coaches know. Honorable Speaker, sports is one of the major, highly paid institutions in the world.
So all I want to say to these young gallant sons of ours, here I speak on behalf of Festoweb. You are aware of the many players, your colleagues who are out. You are aware of Alan, you are aware of Irimbabazi, and many others. As I speak to you now, next week we are receiving 3 coaches coming from abroad who were excited by the good performance that you exhibited. You never know, you might be one of those who are going out, and we shall be glad to position you where you want to be out there.
But mine is to congratulate the Crains and the management for the sterling performance and for doing Uganda and us proud. In fact, even with that narrow exit, with the narrow loss that you made to Senegal, you did it with pride, and I was keenly watching. Madam Speaker, I want also to appreciate the investment that has been made on the sports infrastructure. But what is remaining is also to improve the ecosystem that develops players. And we are lacking in many aspects as far as the ecosystem is concerned. Of course, it includes good accommodation, it includes nutritional feeding, and name it, Madam Speaker. The rest speaks for itself. The online ticketing, Madam Speaker, was a blessing. I had been one who was scared of watching football at Nambole because of the crowding, because of the stampedes. But the online ticketing this time around was a huge blessing, and I must salute it, and the initiative must be kept up. I beg to submit.
Thank you, Lord.
Parliament ekisooka okukkiriza ekiteeso ekya standing clubs kitegeeza kino
eno ebadde ensonga era twajja tugitegeka nti gavumenti erina bwekola. Bw'oba onaafuna ssente mu gavumenti waliwo process z'oyitamu era ezimu kweze zino ze tuliko. Walina okubaawo motions bwe ziti ku floor ya Parliament. Era owulidde Speaker awadde ekiragiro mu kiwandiiko kye bayita budget framework paper egenda okujja, Minister wa Sports bakiteekemu okuba nti clubs tusobola okuziyambako mu bwetaavu ezirimu. Bwe kinaaba kijjidde mu BFP kijja kuddayo mu Ministry ya Finance ate bakikomezeewo mu estimates, Parliament ekiteeseeko kiyisibwe oba oliawo bwe kinaaba kiyisiddwa mu budget ya mwaka gwa 2007 tube nga tusobola okuba nga ensimbi zirabika. Kijja kuba kirungi nnyo kubanga abasambi bano bulemu abayita abasambi baffe nga bali mu ttiimu y'eggwanga, naye waliwo gye bakulira, waliwo gye basula, waliwo gye bawangaalira mu makilabu. Bwe baba nga tebayisiddwa bulungi oba tebateekeddwa bulungi tosobola kufuna results ku national team. So nga federation tuli ku campaign ey'okulaba nti singa ne clubs zaffe kwegamba tusobole okuba nga abaana tuba identify nga bato tubakuza mu makilabu nga basamba bagenda okutuuka ku ttiimu y'eggwanga nga balina obukugu obumala okukiikirira eggwanga. So ndi musanyufu nnyo olwaleero nti bwe tuba nga Parliament esobola okuteesa ku nsonga efaanana bwetyo kiba kitwala emizannyo gyaffe mu maaso. Nekya ndi musanyufu nti waliwo abaali tebakkiriza nti President wa Federation agende mu Parliament, naye ebintu bye tulabye leero babaddeyo mu House tosobola bikola nga tolimu mu House. Kuba mbubeera mu House osobola okwogera ne banno, House eno yakulobinga buli omu alina bye yeetaaga ewaabwe, naye nze ndowooza nti omupiira guganyuddwamu nga ngenze mu Parliament nfunye emikwano kubanga bino byonna bye tukola tusakira mupiira. Ate wano we tuli we batemera ensawo ya Uganda okuba nti buli kintu ekittaaga okugendamu essente kigendamu. So ndi musanyufu nti Parliament olwaleero eyogera mupiira katutandise okwogera club football, tujja kutandika okwogera za academies. Suubira nti emyaka gya Uganda egy'omu maaso egy'ebyemizannyo naddala omupiira gijja kuba mitangaavu. Ate n'ekirala bw'olaba nti gavumenti ebintu bye twali tugisaba zaali ssente kuyambako ku ttiimu z'eggwanga, luli ttiimu tezaali tezirina na ssente ez'eggwanga. Essente zizze, ne tusaba etteeka lizze, ne tusaba ebisaawe babituwadde. Kakati tweyongerayo tugamba nti n'amakilaabu gayambibweko abaana bano gye bakulira, tubeere ne ttiimu esobola okuvuganya ku lukalu lwa Afrika. Bannayuganda tufune ekintu ekitusanyusa, kuba nsuubira nti bwe tugenda e Namboole ffenna ne tugoba, oba bwe tugenda mu Africa Cup ffenna ne tugoba, eggwanga lisanyuka, buli omu aba musanyufu. So ekibulako okumaliriza puzzle eno, kuba nti abasambi tuba identifyinga bato, tubafunira ne ssente gye bakulira mu maklabu, ate era n'ebisaawe weebiri we basobola okuzannyira. So nze ndi musanyufu ng'omukulembeze w'omupiira mu ggwanga, ndabira ddala nti ekkubo lye tuliko lye lyettuufu lyennyini.
Sikusuubiza, tetwogedde ntitusuubiza, naye twogedde ku bintu bye twalaba ne biki ebyetaagibwa okukola. Ekisooka nti otunula embeera gye yalimu ne tournament bwe yajjamu, marketinga yaayo yali nfu, sente bazireeta leeti, kati nga bwe tuba tugenda okuteeka AFCON wa 2027 tulina obbitereeza. Bintu bingi omubadde ne security, abantu bangi babakuba ebweru w'omupiira nga bafulumye, security ya focusinga mu kisaawe munda, ebweru ne babakuba ne babajjamu amannyo n'obusimu bwabwe okububba. Nebe ne babitwala. So bintu bingi tulabye nga byetaaga okutereezebwa mu kaseera kano, tusobole okutuuka mu kaseera kali ebintu ebyo nga birungi. Naye twogedde nnyo ku ky'okwongera okulaba nga ttiimu z'omupiira eza wano zifuna ssente, kubanga abasambi bano baba mu ttiimu ezo wansi okujja eno. Naye ttiimu ezo abantu baziddukanya mu ngeri ya bwannakyewa, n'osanga omusambi ng'abanja emyezi 7 naye nga n'azino zimuwa taziyina. So twagala gavumenti eteekemu ssente directing eziwa kilabu z'okuva ku Premier League okudda wansi mu Big League ne rankings nga bwe zigenda, naye si mupiira mwokka, ne sports clubs endala oba boxing oba netball. Kyatukubiriza nnyo n'okulaba nti abantu abateeka abitongole ebiri wano nga amakampuni g'amasimu ng'abantu abalala bateeka ssente mu mupiira nga bw'olaba ensi endala bwe zikola mu mupiira n'emizannyo emirala. Waakiri okufuna investment license ng'alinako sports item gy'ateekamu omupiira, sports discipline, oba atadde mu misinde oba atadde mu ki, sobole okuteekawo competition nene nga bw'olaba Tanzania bwe kitambula, naye birina kukolebwa na poliisi na gavumenti kukkiriza. So si kuba buli kaseera gavumenti tusikangana nayo muggwa tugitegeeza tetegeera, tugitegeeza kola kino tekitegeera, erina okusooka obbitegeera ebintu bino kugenda mu maaso.
Twalabako abamu ku bazannyi ba Uganda, omuzannyi Sserumaga nga afunye obuzibu naye bamusuza ku gundi. Abazannyi bano ba professional players tebafiiriddwako mu Uganda, naddala abaguvuddeko. Mulinayo nteekateeka ky'okusobola okumakinga sure nti omuntu ne wava mu mupiira obulamu bwe busigala butambula.
Abantu bano beetika fulaaga ya ggwanga. Olaba omuntu aweerezaako nga sipiika wano alina incentives zafuna prime minister n'abalala. Tulowooza n'omusambi ono atikutteko fulaaga y'eggwanga n'agyetika n'okwegombesa abazannyi abalala abato okuyingira mu muzannyo guno. Balina okuba ne post playing plan. N'abanga ne bw'aba takyazannya asigazza obulamu, afuna insurance ya health, alina ne ka pension kafuna ng'abantu abalala ne bafuna. Ne balema kuba nga bakiikira eggwanga naye ne bafuuka ekitagasa. Ng'omusanga yali ali kuwalagi musajja wattu nakuzza misango okusobola okufuna kasente ak'okuliisa abaana be.
Obadde ogamba senga ttiimu yayambala lwedi alikoze bulungi mbadde nkaaga.
Bw'otunuulira ttiimu eno nga bwe badde ekola olaba nti mujozi gwa white ne red mwesinga okuperforminga, so tusaba yereene ekendeeremukko.
Crains in the house, we urged him to bring a motion in the house for the Uganda Crains outstanding performance during the CHAN, and bearing in mind that it is the first time that Uganda is reaching that level, and they deserve this kind of tribute from the Parliament of Uganda. Honorable members, as the Parliament of Uganda, we want to commend His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni and the First Lady, who is also the Minister of Education and Sports, for their consistent commitment in promoting sports as a component of our development plan. The President specifically pledged 1.2 billion shillings per win for the boys. And that message was delivered to the boys, and it's going to be fulfilled. I also want to thank you, the Parliament of Uganda, for always appropriating sufficient money to sports. Allow me also to appreciate the Federation of Uganda Football Association of Uganda for their stewardship of the game. Because if they were not there, led by Honorable Magogo Moses, MP of Buyende, Budiope East, yes, and Salongo. Because without them, you would not have the team. So, Engineer, thank you so much. And no, thank our family. And I also want to thank, in a special note, all Ugandans. Honorable Minister Gwang, you did a very great job. We want to thank you. And we want to thank Ugandans for encouraging and morale boosting our boys. The boys out there, we are very proud of you. I can see Okello smiling. We are very proud of you. And as Parliament, we will continue supporting sports. And you are very good patriots. And pursuant to Rule 58 of the Rules of Procedure, I want to invite the Minister to move the motion.
I beg to move a motion for the resolution of Parliament to pay glowing tribute to the Uganda national football team, the Uganda Crains, for their outstanding performance for the 2024 African Nation Championship. Madam Speaker and colleagues, I move under Rule 58 of our Rules of Procedure. Whereas Uganda, Kenya, and Tanzania co-hosted the African Nation Championship 2024 between the 2nd and 30th of August 2025 under a successful Pamoja bid with 19 African countries participating, including Tanzania, Kenya, Morocco, Angola, Democratic Republic of Congo, Zambia, Mauritania, Niger, Guinea, Senegal, Sudan, and Nigeria, among others. With the games in Uganda being held at the newly renovated Mandela National Stadium. Aware that Uganda competed in a very competitive Group C alongside Niger, Algeria, and South Africa, and historically made it to the quarterfinals for the first time after 6 previous attempts. Acknowledging that the Uganda Crains teamwork, resilience, extraordinary efforts, and determination in CHAN 2024 tournament brought honor and glory to Uganda as they topped Group C ahead of Algeria and South Africa and exhibited a strong fighting spirit, holding the Ugandan flag high, and despite losing to the defending champion Senegal in the quarterfinals. Recognizing that His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, played a vital role in the success of Uganda Crains in the CHAN tournament through permitting the bidding for the tournament to be hosted in Uganda in collaboration with sister East African community countries, namely Kenya and Tanzania, permitting the financial appropriation for strategic investment in vital infrastructure, including the renovation of Mandela National Stadium, Nambole, consistent messaging that rallied the national pride and support for the Uganda Crains, pledging 1.2 billion shillings financial incentive for each win, and created a peaceful and stable political and social environment that significantly boosted the team's historical performance. Further, recognizing the pivotal role played by the First Lady and the Minister of Education and Sport, Janet Kataham Seven, who is the chairperson of the local organizing committee for both CHAN and AFCON 2027, whose physical presence at the tournament's grounds at Mandela National Stadium, Nambole, and strategic leadership to the Minister of Education and Sports has boosted the sports subsector, as was clearly seen by Uganda's co-hosting CHAN 2024 tournament, as well as Uganda Crains' success in the tournament. Appreciating the Parliament of Uganda under the able leadership of Right Honorable Speaker Annette Among Magugo, which has been seen Parliament reform the legislative framework and champion increased funding for sports infrastructure and talent identification and development. And in this regard, we further appreciate the Speaker for her personal commitment and contribution towards the organization of CHAN 2024, as well as her individual financial support to the Uganda Crains team in particular. Appreciating the combined efforts of the local organizing committee and the Federation of Uganda Football Association, which were crucial in ensuring that Uganda successful co-host CHAN 2024 and provided the Uganda Crains with the necessary logistical and training support to achieve their best ever performance in the history of the tournament. Further appreciating the unprecedented and enthusiastic support of the Uganda Crains fans exhibited by the over 34,000 fans who were in physical attendance at both the stadium and the fan zone, tickets and jersey purchases, which created a strong home advantage for the Uganda Crains team and further boosted the energetic performance in the CHAN 2024 tournament. Recalling that it is the practice of Parliament to appreciate, honor, recognize and reward Ugandans who have deservedly excelled in various fields of human endeavors, including sports. Now, therefore, be it resolved that Parliament congratulates and pays a glowing tribute to the Uganda national team, the Uganda Crains, for its outstanding performance in the African Nation Championship 2024, and B, appreciate the President and the First Lady of the Republic of Uganda, as well as the Federation of Uganda Football Association, the local organizing committee, and the Uganda Crains fans for their support, stewardship, and coordination towards the success of the tournament. Madam Speaker, I beg to move.
Thank you.
The African Nation Championship 2024, which Uganda proudly co-hosted alongside Kenya and Tanzania under the successful East African Pamoja bid, was not only a football tournament, but also a landmark achievement for our country across several dimensions. First and foremost, honorable colleagues and right honorable Speaker, the Uganda Crains delivered a historic sporting milestone by advancing to the quarterfinals for the very first time, which I want to ask all of us to clap for them. This has been done after the previous 6 attempts. Secondly, the Uganda Crains were able to top a highly competitive group that included Algeria, South Africa, Niger, and Guinea. This is unprecedented success, elevated Uganda's football profile on the continent, and inspired the renewed confidence in the domestic league players. I want to underline the word, the domestic league players. And here I congratulate the Federation of Uganda Football Association, because they are the ones who manage the league. This tournament, furthermore, made government to invest. And all this was because we wanted our national team to be proud of us hosting the tournament. The investment brought a long-lasting infrastructure gain, most notably in the full renovation of Mandela National Stadium to the CAF standard. Again, another word to underline, to the CAF standard. There's a particular reason why I'm giving those words. There's you having a stadium, but there's a stadium meeting the standards of FIFA and CAF. As I speak now, I meet the standards of CAF for CHAN tournament. Let me be specific. Secondly, Because of meeting the CAF standards, the investment we are to put in for Chambogo University training pitch. Friends, some of you, if you reach Chambogo today, you might not think that Chambogo is in Chambogo. And I want to invite Right Honorable Speaker that if you permit this August House, I'm ready to take them for a tour to some of these facilities. The reason why I'm saying this, Madam Speaker, the coach of South Africa, the coach of Algeria, when they moved out of Uganda through their embassies and ambassadors, particularly Algeria, even Morocco, when they came here and left here, they were able to appreciate our facilities as a country. And that I want us to clap for ourselves. Madam Speaker, Fufa Kadiba Stadium, which I thank the Federation, Mutesa Tuwankulukuku Stadium, were also upgraded with the modern facilities, leaving Uganda with the improved assets for football tournaments. CHAN 2024 served as a rehearsal for AFCON 2027. And I really want to ask my children up here. The ball now is before you. Because we have 2 years to go for AFCON 2027. Honorable Zake thinks that I'm still young. But I have fairly...
Minister, you're speaking to the Speaker.
Madam Speaker, I want furthermore to say that the tournament acted as a rehearsal for CHAN for AFCON 2027, allowing Uganda to successfully test the organizational systems in logistics, security, accreditation, medical preparedness, ticketing, and funds management. Never did you ever hear that there was a funds breakup in the stadium during the competition. You used to see helicopters parked at the parking of that stadium. All these were in conformity with the CAF standards. The local organizing committee, with about 13 specialized committees under the guidance of CAF, gained valuable experience while over 500 volunteers acquired practical skills in events management, building a pool of young Ugandans who are mobilized for the future tournaments. Economically, the tournament stimulated businesses, opportunities, job creations for hotel, transport operators, vendors, service providers, procurement for publicity, merchandise, logistics, name them. Friends, this tournament, for the first time, the Entebbe International Airport recorded the highest number of arrivals for the first time ever since the airport was created and was opened. This all came because of the arrivals during the CHAN tournament. Madam Speaker, allow me officially open up this T-shirt, which was, and it is going to go on record, as a replica jersey, which our national team, the Uganda Crains, used during the CHAN tournament 2024. Can I request that this picture is taken, Salongo, come closer. There's a reason why I want him to come closer. So, Madam Speaker, I beg to lay on table a yellow jersey for the Uganda national team. Thank you so much, Madam Speaker. I beg to lay.
Thank you. Thank you. No, that was our official jersey, yellow. Yes, Honorable Engineer.
Right, Honorable Speaker, may I also...
Members, it is only football that brings everybody together. Irrespective of politics, religion, we are all one when it comes to Uganda Crains.
Right, Honorable Speaker, may I also take this opportunity to lay on table the Zakayo ball. Yeah, that's the official name, Zakayo, and under the brand Janzi, which is owned by the Federation of Uganda Football Association. I beg to lay.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's lay.
Right, Honorable Speaker, and dear members of Parliament, I would like to add my voice to the Minister in thanking His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, for the support. This idea of hosting CHAN and AFCON, we went to him, and within a blink he accepted to do two roles for us, first of all, to align all the government apparatus to support the bid, but also to talk to the presidents of the other sister countries to buy into the project. He did not only do that, but he also engaged the CAF president in various calls and meetings to ensure that Pamoja, as we called it, was awarded the rights to host AFCON 2027 and consequently CHAN 2024. I also joined the minister to thank the First Lady and the Minister of Education and Sports, and I'm very sure that by the end of this tournament she has learned a lot about football, the terminologies and the meetings she has shared. For us as football, it is advocacy done very well, to the extent that she shared meetings, including Christmas time, to ensure that things are done well. Not only sharing meetings, not only guidance, but also attendance to the matches and also prayers. Instead of thanking, I also thank the Honorable Minister of State for Sports for his personal effort. We had so many meetings, sometimes getting home extremely late to ensure that the facilities are ready, and he did not tire to ensure that all doors of the different government offices are opened. Thank you so much, the Honorable Minister. I also take the opportunity to thank yourself, Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament of Uganda, in your capacity as the Speaker, but also in your personal capacity, because on a number of occasions we needed you, especially to bridge to the CAF President, sometimes to the President, and you are very available. You also did not stop at that, but you checked on the team and gave them encouraging words, and of course delivering that wonderful message of the 1.2 billion Uganda shillings per win that motivated the players for the kind of performance that we achieved. We also thank the Deputy Speaker because he was engaged. He led the team that went to present the bid. It wasn't easy, but with his support and presence, we were able to pull off the bid. Right Honourable Speaker and members of Parliament, I want to use this opportunity to thank the members of Parliament for your support that you have given us as the House, because whatever we have presented here, whatever we brought here, was passed without any question. Thank you so much. And all I can say is that may the Almighty God help you come back to the 12th Parliament of Uganda. At this moment, I also want to thank the CAF President, because personally he did a lot to ensure that East Africa, because East Africa was not ready. It was going to be the first time for us to host, but it needed his personal effort to appreciate that we are part of Africa. And indeed, at the end of the day, like it has been mentioned, CHAN 2024 has come out to be one of the most and best organized CHAN competitions in the history of CAF. The staff and the other members of CAF, we thank them, but I also want to take the opportunity to thank the local organizing committee chaired by the Minister of Education and Sports, the First Lady, for the work done to organize the event. I also want to take the opportunity to thank the security agencies, particularly SFC, for the support they gave, because for the third time at our events, there was free access without any hassle at the entrances, and the Ugandans are very, very happy for the support that was provided. Right Honourable Speaker and members, this brings a challenge that the moment the CHAN competition was finished and we went back to organizing other competitions, we went back to our usual organizations where we use particularly the Uganda Police to be able to provide security. And we have gone back to challenges where fans struggle to access the stadium. I want to use this opportunity to call upon the respective offices to ensure that we need the support for Ugandans to be able to access the stadium and to be able to go and reach home with their property without them being attacked on the way going back home. Right Honorable Speaker, I take this opportunity to thank the FUFA executive and the staff for the work they have done. That we do not get here by chance. We have gotten here by a lot of planning and a lot of hard work. And please, we need to respect the work they have done and thank them, because without them, some of these innovations may not have seen light. I also want to thank the coaches, Coach Molebie Kwaso, and the entire coaching staff supported by our supervising coach, Mr. Paul Put, for the work you've done. The Ugandans are now very happy with the style and the quality of football that the team is exhibiting. It's very entertaining. We really want to take this opportunity to thank you so much. I remember in the beginning, it was a slow start when we lost to Algeria, and the head coach had very many questions to answer, but we continue to say that we will do well going forward, and we were able to turn around the wheel, and today we are being recognized and thanked by the Parliament of Uganda. Right Honorable Speaker, I want to thank the players, the gallant players, who fought for the country, who fought for the badge, who fought for the flag. I think we need a big round of applause for the players, particularly.
Market the country, and these players come from clubs. That now takes us to our third prayer. Honorable Minister will amend the third prayer that we should be able as government to fund the clubs. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay? The ayes have it. Minister, do you have anything to say?
Madam Speaker of the Federation was part of the meeting in State House where the First Lady and the Minister of Education and Sports and His Excellency the President called during that time of the CHAN competition. The President did indicate that he would interest government to look at on how some of these clubs could be supported by government. I thank all of us here as who have agreed. My role and your role is now to support this investment, which the Minister of Education and Sports actually has pledged through the Federation to have a meeting with the clubs. And I am happy this afternoon, I am going to raise this matter in the dinner, which we will be able to have in Entebbe before which the President and the Honorable Minister of Education and Sports. But Madam Speaker, I have no objection to the amendment of the motion.
And include the proposal in the next BFP.
Madam Speaker, most obliged.
Process.
Most obliged.
Thank you. Honorable Basalirwa and then Solo. Honorable Minister will amend the third prayer that we should be able as government to fund the clubs. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay? The ayes have it.
I think we are all excited.
Sitekoni, Nekesa, Olympian, Mbayo, Ismail, Omara, Queen, Akiki, Elda, Afidra, Chemongesi, Ntungamo, Kanungu, Isingiro, by the whole house. The FUFA President, Emily, Honorable Magiri, Elda, Ntungo, by the whole house, including the Minister of Tourism.
To hold the Uganda flag high. I want to thank the President of Uganda, Minister for Education. The team brought us all on board. I'm not a fan. I got involved in football, and I was only concerned for the dates when Uganda Crains was playing. And the time when Uganda Crains played with South Africa, I think that is when I was more excited. I saw the boys play, and I really appreciated the talents that these young boys exhibited. Urging the young boys out there to continue flying.
Thank you. Thank you. We have a very limited time. The boys have to go to State House.
As Julius has said, Honorable Julius has said, sports